Star Wars geek girls. They're geek girls that like Star Wars. And sometimes cry.
Hi everyone. It's been a while, but if you don't remember, which you might not, I'm Zoe. And I'm here.
Lizzy.
It's been a while, like a month.
It's a while.
I thought it hadn't been quite a. I thought it hadn't been quite a month yet, and then I logged onto Skype and it said our last call was May 31st, and I was like, oh my god.
That's definitely a month.
Yeah, because it's June 29th, so. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's just, we're busy. You know?
You'd think summertime would be less busy, but no. Life happens.
Well, and also, I feel like, I'm busy when you're not busy. And then you're busy when I'm not busy.
That
So
happens
it's
a lot.
and then also time zones, and it's just like, oh
It's
my
always
god.
a mess.
But we're here.
Yes,
So-
we are.
We made it. Finally. We're getting one in June, hopefully. This better be posted tomorrow, because if not, we just missed a whole month. So yeah.
Welcome. Break.
Yeah, it
I
was.
guess.
Didn't feel like a break. I was doing lots of things. But yeah, so. Alright, one thing, it sounds very loud to me, but I don't know if you can hear it. There is a 3D printer printing a helmet back there. So if you can hear this loud, wow, that's the printer. Yeah, I'm sorry, but gotta print helmets, so.
Yes. What helmet are you printing?
The tank driver from Rogue One. You know that guy? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's not for me. Or for my dad. Or for my sister. I don't know who it's for.
It's for your mom.
Maybe. But... So yeah. That's that. If you can hear it. I'm sorry, but it's nothing I can do.
It's just how it...
Yeah. So, you know, it was funny today because I actually went to Gettysburg today because What You Missed in History class was doing a live podcast there, and we were like, hey, they're never around, let's go. So my dad and I went up to Gettysburg, which is under 2 hours ish, maybe a little more, I don't know, for us, and it was cool, but they when they were talking, they kept getting interrupted by motorcycles because it was outside. We were in a big tent, and they kept getting interrupted by motorcycles on the street. They'd be really loud, and they're like, "We're just gonna hold on a second." And I was like, "I feel it. That's life."
Yeah. Oh.
I just thought it was funny.
Motorcycle.
That's the podcast life. It's interrupted by motorcycles.
And you.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's it, pretty much. Star Wars news. June was kind of slow.
It really,
Star
really
Wars,
is.
Which, I mean, good time for us to get a break, I guess. You know, at least we didn't have a break in April when Celebration happened. And then it's oh my god, so much. So, but E3 did happen, which was a video game. It's a video game conference. It's video game celebration. I don't need to explain E3. Everyone knows what E3 is. But, so it was mostly non-Star Wars news. There's a lot of really cool games that I'm excited for, but also I'm about to be in college, so I'm not gonna have any time or money for games, but that's fine.
Ramen every single day, and you'll be fine.
Actually, there's a cafeteria in my dorm hall, and freshmen are required to get a meal plan, so I get two free meals a day there. I mean, it's not free. I'm paying for it, but I'm not paying for it then. So
You're not suffering then.
yeah. So yeah, freshmen are required to get a meal plan. So I get as much food as I can there.
Oh.
So I won't only be eating ramen, though I'll still probably be eating a lot of ramen.
I
Um,
mean, like they're 24 cents here in California, so you never
yeah,
need food.
I'll be eating lots of ramen. Um, okay. So yeah. But anyway, E3, bunch of cool games, and um, but the Star Wars game that we're gonna be talking about, assuming we don't get off track, we might end up talking about other games. It's us. But Jedi Fallen Order had a feature, and we got to see some actual gameplay this
Yes.
time, unlike at Celebration. Which actually I think that makes sense. Because, like, Celebration is for, like, the Star Wars-y part, and then E3 is for, like, the video gamey part. It's like, I
Mhm.
got you. I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have this
You can
article
do that.
up. So, that's cool.
Yeah.
I had to turn off my ad blocker to get on this thing. But it was like my ad blocker said, like, they're shutting down 25 ads. Like, I wouldn't need an ad blocker website if you didn't put 25 ads on one page, but it's fine. So yeah. Jedi Fallen Order. Did you watch the E3 panel?
Uh, I I think I only watched the game like play.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't watch the Celebration panel either. We're really right on top of things. But it's okay, because this article is going to sum up everything for us. So
Mhm.
first there's this picture. I just want to talk about it because it looks cool. And we got Cal with his lightsaber, which is very long. Like,
Yeah.
like people are talking about it, and I didn't really think of it too much. But like this picture, it's like, wow, that's a really long lightsaber. Um, but anyway,
Mhm.
he's doing like an Obi-Wan kind of stance. You know, he's got like the thingy. You know what I mean? You know what I
Mhm.
mean. And then there's a biker scout with a staff that's electric.
Mhm.
And I can't tell if he's like jumping down from somewhere to attack Cal, or if since Cal's hand is extended, if he's being pushed back with the force and he's like, whoa! So that's happening. So yeah, that's the picture. I just wanted to talk about it. I just thought it was funny. But yeah, so um let's see. We saw actual gameplay, which is cool. Um,
Yeah.
it's let me see if I can find the part I was looking at. It's in third person, which
I really like how it looks.
yeah, the
I mean,
game looks beautiful. It's in third person, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'm just not good at playing in third person.
mhm.
So bad for me, but it looks beautiful. So there's that.
I like. Well, I hate actually because not that I hate. It's just in most video games like that I play, I just go in and just slash at everything with no technique. So I like that in this game, like there is a lot of that technique from him because he is a Jedi, you know?
Yeah.
So that was cool. I mean, it's going to be frustrating for me to play, but it'll be cool.
It's fine. Yeah, the one thing I'm bad at a lot of things in video games. I'm not good at video games. I love them and I have a lot of fun, but I'm not good at them. But one thing I'm very bad at is like blocking. You know, like
Oh,
so many video games are like press this button to block an attack. I'm like, I don't block. I'm going to just hit that button as many times as possible until either they die or I die. And that's how you play.
hmm,
So, that's another thing not gonna be good at in this game. But you know what? That's what the easy setting is for.
that's true.
So the gameplay we saw was really cool. We saw looks like pretty much like kind of the beginning-ish part of the game. Obviously, they wouldn't show us the end because that would be stupid. But we do see Saul Gerrera,
Yes.
which is cool. He's just everywhere. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he's always looking for recruits that are just as dangerous as him, you know?
Has Saul been in a comic book yet?
Don't ask me, ask my dad.
Yeah, I don't know the comics very well. But if he has, then he would be in, like, all the Star Warses. Because he's in the animation, he's in live action, he's in video games now, he's in books. So if he's in a comic book, he's got everything. And actually, isn't there Rogue One adaptation comic book? So he's in a comic book. So Saul wins the Star Wars award.
No, there's a version where he's not in the Rogue One readaptation on the comic. Anyway, sorry.
What?
I don't know. What I was gonna say. Oh, so there's a person with him. She has a comic. And she's a Jedi, and it's about, like, her Padawan Jedi. Her being a Padawan.
Oh, that's cool.
I
Double
thought.
Jedi.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he'll be like, hey, teach me.
Maybe. That seems to be the Jedi strategy. Just be like, hey, teach me. And it's like, okay, guess I have to now.
Yeah, because he's a young baby Jedi.
Yeah, he's a kindergarten Jedi.
Yeah, he's not a full-grown Jedi.
Okay. I love Cal's the robot. It's just a baby, and I love him.
No, it's not Dio.
I forget, but he's just a binocular with legs, and I love him.
I don't remember his name. I need to find it. BD1.
BD1. Oh, because he's Buddy, that's right. I remember
Yes.
now. Yeah. It also looks like Cal has all kinds of cool, force abilities to use, which is nice. Those are always fun. I'm probably gonna forget how to use them and just go in with my lightsaber, but...
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna do.
But it looks fun, so... I'll try them, I'm sure.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
And he can throw his lightsaber.
Yes, and BD1 can help you.
Yeah. Not a lot of Jedi actually throw their lightsabers, like, in the movies.
No, just in games.
Yeah. I mean, if Jedi could actually throw their lightsabers more, I think a lot of our fight scenes would be way shorter, so it's okay.
Yeah, Inquisitors.
Yeah. But they just kind of do whatever they want with lightsabers.
Yeah, they fly around too, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't think they count. I'm not counting them.
But yeah. So, that is a really long lightsaber.
It looks meh. I don't know.
I'm not crazy about the design. Like, it looks fine. It's a lightsaber, but not one of my favorites, I have to say. Let's see, what else is here? He did the force thing on a turbine, which Obi-Wan did that. Was it Obi-Wan or was it Anakin? It's probably both.
Right. Don't remember.
Oh, Cain and Ezra did it too. And,
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I keep forgetting one. Oh, I like that when they were talking about it, they were saying how, you know, like, you, in a way, you get, like, you have levels, but, like, it's for the Force, so, like, you get different, you know, abilities and stuff, and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks very fun. It's not, from the looks of the gameplay, looks like there's not a really like over I don't know what the word is. Like a distracting UI, you know? It's like it's very simple. You have like little bars, but there's nothing like there's isn't stuff all over the place. Which
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but that always bothers me. Like, just let me play the game. Don't
Mm-hmm.
be in my face with words. I don't know how to read. Okay.
Yeah. What if there are quests?
um,
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know.
Like Saul's like, here's this mission you have to do, but hey, I got a friend that also needs help on the way. And then you
Yeah.
get stuck on the quests, and you're stuck on the quests forever, like in all the other games I'm playing.
Oh, this game looks. I mean, obviously we've only seen like what is this like 30 minutes ish less of gameplay, and it looks some rather linear, but that could just be the part they're showing us. So who
Yeah,
knows? He does do the Assassin's Creed climb, which I love. Um,
I hate that game.
but I've only played 3, 4, and Odyssey. I never played the first two, or the one in London, because I don't know who cares about London. I guess.
Oh,
I'm kidding. London's a beautiful city and it's very historic. I'm just being stupid. um,
um, what was I gonna say? Oh, I want a BD1 backpack.
a beady one. Like, would you want to actually put things in it, or is it just like something you just wear on your back, like for fashion?
Both.
Okay. I would
Just a,
also BD1. BD1, and what's Iden's droid?
mm,
What's
mm.
the little circle one that's really cute?
I ah, I knew his name, and I don't.
But yeah, I want him as a backpack. He's cute.
ID10.
ID10
Hmm.
with Iden.
Yes.
All right. That's
There,
the Star Wars game people must just like having droids on their backs.
well, there's ID9 and ID10. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I guess ID10 is the one that she repainted? Question mark?
Question mark? I don't know.
Because then he was white.
Yeah, because she joined the rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Spoiler.
Spoiler for a game that came out like over a year ago.
Yeah. I mean, they still won't a lot. Like Battlefront still won't have. You can't play as good Iden, and it makes me upset. Because
Yeah,
then you bad Iden on good Iden. How cool would that be?
it would be like you could have a team and one is like Vader and Bad Iden versus Anakin and Good Iden.
Boom.
It's mind blown.
Yeah. So, wait, what were we talking about
We're
that?
talking about Jedi Fallen Order. I
But,
don't know how much else to talk about because the game's not out. Saul's there. We already said that, but it's really cool. He's
mm-hmm.
just him and Leia. I think are the only ones to be live action animated video game, comic, and book. I
Mm,
think maybe Chewie. Chewie.
yeah, C-3PO.
Well, droids don't count. Droids
Hey.
are everywhere. 3PO, R2. Is R2 in Battlefront? He's probably in Battlefront. I know he's in the loading screen for the first Battlefront because it's my favorite loading screen. He's just like, wee! But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I might play it.
Oh,
Sounds like a cool game.
that'll be my winter break, my December break for college. Let's play Jedi Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm.
But my break starts the day 9 comes out, which is cool.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, you know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I do want to say I think Saul in this game looks really good because he's definitely like, he looks a lot like the animated Saul.
Mm-hmm.
He even has the cape, which I don't think animated Saul had the cape because capes are hard to animate from what I gather.
Right.
Um, but this one does have the cape, so it's like best of both worlds. And Cal has a poncho.
Cow?
Yeah, he's wearing a poncho.
Oh, I was like, who's Cow?
Cal Kestis.
Yes.
And also there's a little gremlin guy with a jacket, and he's adorable.
I guess I haven't seen that one.
But yeah, that's all. Pretty much Jedi Fallen Order. There is, back in the, 100 years ago when we last podcasted, you did say you wanted to talk about Galaxy's Edge.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like a million years ago. But I'm gonna be honest, I actually haven't seen that many pictures of Galaxy's Edge because I don't want to say I'm being spoiler free, but I feel like I want to experience it. So I actually haven't looked at like anything for Galaxy's Edge. I want to wait.
um, not even us, not even.
Well, I saw pictures of you like on your dad's Twitter, but I'm not seeking them out. Like I saw some pictures, but I
Mm,
didn't. I'm not like looking at things because I want to experience it. You know what I mean?
yes, I get you.
Yeah.
Um, but what was I gonna say? Oh, so actually, recently my dad went and he was podcasting with Rexing Around, and they're really cool. And it's these three guys, Mike, Taylor, and Gabe. Yes, yes, and and they do clones, and I think one's a short trooper. But anyway, they podcasted with my dad, and my dad was very happy because he missed podcasting. And they were asking him about Galaxy's Edge, and my dad, talked about Galaxy's Edge, and I was in the audience, but I was gonna, like, after they were done, I was like, oh, you guys should have talked about how my dad, he made me make him like Ronto rap, but like just from a picture. It was I didn't know what anything was besides it was like a pita bread, some meat, and peppercorn sauce, and like coleslaw. So I just put that together and was like, here, Dad, eat it. No,
Are you
I
gonna
don't
get
know.
the Galaxy's Edge cookbook when it comes out?
Yes, that's all the way in like new November though.
Yeah. Comes out November 5th, I think.
I don't know, but it's like $30 too, and I don't have that kind of money. Um. So yeah, that was good. Rex and around guys are so nice. I want to make them cookies. They gave us cookies, and that was pretty nice.
Make clone shaped cookies.
I should, but I don't know how. Also, they like chocolate chip, so you can't really form chocolate chip.
Yeah, you can. I've made chocolate chip Death Star cookies, and X-wing, and TIE Fighter, and Millennium Falcon.
And then you need to text me how to do that because I don't know
I
how.
have cookie cutters.
Ah, yeah. I don't have that. I only have a snowman and a Christmas tree. So,
Those are a little specific, kind of seasonal.
yeah, I know I have the two because I was like cleaning around and I was like, I only have like two cookie cutters. Um, anyway, so yeah, I might make that for them. They're nice. Uh, Galaxy's Edge. So did you want to talk about it or not want to
No,
talk
you
about
can, yeah, talk about it. I'm just saying up front, I don't know what things look like.
it? Okay, so it was really, really weird because, we couldn't talk about it or anything. And then they wouldn't tell us what was going on besides something about Galaxy's Edge, and that's it. Like they didn't say you're going to Galaxy's Edge. It like they didn't say anything. And so towards that like on that day we were thinking about it, we were like, are they gonna let us are they even gonna let us like go in Galaxy's Edge? Because they say Galaxy's Edge, but they don't say you are going. You're going to see it. You're going. So we got there, waited for a bit, got into clothes, good clothes, and unfortunately Victoria could not come because well, she was there. She was with all the clothes and but they couldn't have her on cuz like they're scared someone's going to be like, "Hey, I made that bear." I don't know. So it was sad. But she was able to tell everyone how they looked in their clothes and get everyone's makeup ready too. So it was fun. Um, my dad didn't need any makeup, and I, I needed not a lot, but like definitely a bit more because acne and just teenager everything. But my dad's skin was just so perfect. They just like brushed him a little, and then he was done. And I was very jealous. um. So yeah, that was fun. Um anyway, Galaxy's Edge thing. So they took us and they had us put on these glasses that like were half covered so you could only see the floor. So we got very familiar with the floor of Galaxy's Edge and all the prints and like the droid, tracks and little I don't know, just little animal tracks. Those were cool. Um And we went and we did an interview and they took off the glasses and they're like, okay, so you're gonna turn around, but just don't turn around yet. Like just do the interview and turn around. And then Axel, I forgot what we were doing, but they were having to back us up. And Axel turned around on accident and they were like, no, 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 don't look, don't look. And then so Axel, his first instinct is dab
Oh my god.
to cover his eyes. So that happened, and then they just turn him around and they're like, okay, you can stop dabbing now. And then, when they were finally ready for us to turn around, we turned around and it was there and it was amazing and it was empty. So that was fun. And the first thing they told us was like, you're going to want to run off, but stay together. And the first thing we do is run off and do not stay
Oh my
together like a
god.
family. So they had to guide my mom over from the milk station to the giant ship, and that was amazing. um we got we didn't get to see the full thing. I'm still grateful that we were there, but I wish we'd seen because we didn't go to the marketplace and we didn't go to see like the droid building. We didn't see the cantina. What else? There might be one more, but I don't remember. Um, and then what did we do? Then they took us back for lunch break, and the lunch was so good. There was cheesecake, and it was very, very good. um, and guess who was there?
Jonah.
Yay!
I
He
saw it
was
on
there.
Twitter.
Yeah. And it's okay. It might have been my favorite part, but there is another favorite part. So I have two favorite parts. Three. Okay. Never mind. Three. So I think the the third one would be Axel, and we were walking around almost close to the marketplace, but not so close, mostly where a lot of droids were. I don't know what that place is called. Um and then these stormtroopers came up to us, and I guess they had people practicing, to walk around and be like interacting with us. So they came up to us and they were like, "Oh, have you seen any resistance and like spies and stuff like that?" And then uh, and then they turned to Axel and they were like, "Do you have clearance to, come in here?" And Axel's like, "What's clearance?" I just, I was just,
Very Ezra moment.
yeah. Or like I think the first thing that came to my head just now was Into the Spider-Verse, and he's like, "I know you snuck out, Morales." Morales. Um,
I was thinking, I'm like,
Great movie.
who's Roger?
Roger?
Remember when Ezra was like, wait, who's Roger? Because the battle droid said Roger, Roger.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And that was good. um, and then second favorite part was we saw while we were running around, we saw Jonah and they were taking her back because they didn't want us to interact really, because they wanted us to have separate experiences. So Jonah was just leaving and we saw her. And so we were yelling to get her attention and she wasn't listening. So then Axel screamed, "Hey, it's Ezra!" And she turned around so fast. It was the most amazing thing. It was great. It was perfect. Um, and then we went to we saw the Falcon, and that was fun. That was great. It was giant and so detailed. And then I saw Chewie, but he was walking away. I guess he was done, and I was sad, and I wanted to run, but
Oh.
they were like, "Oh, no, he's done." And I'm like, "No." um, so he left, and we were there with Falcon. That was overwhelming. And then we looked, and it was the Falcon ride, and it was like, "Oh, a 5-minute wait," and I was like, "Dang, that's so long, Dad. Can you believe that?" um, there's no people. It was great though. And so they had us go in, and we walked for a long time just to get to that ride. And I did not realize it then, but I realized it now, like now. And that's how long the line is gonna be, and how long the ride, like the line is. Like it's unbelievable. There's gonna even now there's like so many people, an hour long waits. No, like longer than an hour. And uh what was this? So we went up, and then there was like a little opening, and then I saw a droid and he had little teeth marked on him, and I thought that was so cute. And then I looked up and I see Hondo, and I'm like, "Oh my god." Like he's animatronic, but he wasn't like moving around or anything. But I was so happy. I was looking and I was like, "Oh my goodness." And I hope they got my face, but I don't, probably not. And I started crying. He was just so perfect. So we went in, and then we were in the Falcon waiting, like in the like the in the chair, like with the game and everything. And let me tell you, you can press all those buttons, and it made me happy. Um, so that was fun. There was a bunch of buttons to press and like the noises, and Axel learned really quickly that he went and he saw the chairs, cool chairs, and he was like, "Oh my God, that's so cool!" And he ran and he jumped to sit on them, and those things are hard as a rock.
Oh no.
Not know that, but they look like they were cushiony. So he got a bit hurt, but it was
Oh.
okay. So that was fun. We pressed buttons and you can hear little porg noises. Like very, very faint, but you can hear them. And then there's nests all around, but there's nothing in them and I asked the guy, I was like, "Oh, can you see any like after the things open, or they're going to be porgs?" He's like, "No, it's an infestation." He's like, "Oh, okay." Um, and then yeah, and then I guess they were recording us being all happy, pushing buttons, and then I guess another group was coming, so they had to hide us so they could record them, and so we hid, and then we heard screaming and crying. I was like, "That's Jonah,"
Oh.
and then we went out and then we hung out with Jonah in the Falcon because I guess the ride needed some time. So we waited for like an hour pushing buttons. And then there's a thing, I guess after a few minutes, like the Falcon like shuts down and like and then the guy says like, "Oh, you have to go and press a button and you'll save everyone. There's a gas leak or whatever." And so that happened, and then Axel was like, "Oh, I'll go press it." And then and the, and the camera guy saw that he was going to go press it, and the guy is like trying to take out his camera because he just put it away and trying to get it all open and like on. And then Axel is slow running. He's slow running to the button, and this poor cameraman is trying to get his camera open so fast. And it's like, it's just, we're all screaming at him to stop so the cameraman can get it. But he doesn't hear us, and he's still slow running, like all the way over. And he's looking at us, but I guess he couldn't hear us. And he was like smiling and nodding and running. And then he pushes the button right when the camera guy gets the camera on his like shoulder. And then we had to do it again. That was heckin' Axel. Then we did the Falcon ride, and that was amazing. We sucked so bad though. Axel and I were the pilots, and like since there's two pilots, like one pilot like goes up and down, and the second pilot goes left to right, and so it was me and Axel.
I would have made your
And
mom and dad the pilots.
right, that's what we were doing because Mom was like, "I'm Hera, I'm the pilot."
Exactly.
And then the Disney guys were like, "No, they're the children, they're the pilots." Okay. Not sure how that works, but all right. And so we did that. And yeah, we got like in the end, I guess do you want to know like what the ride is about, or I don't have to say
I
anything.
don't know. Maybe
I'll
don't.
just
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. But just know that like you get like a score at the end, and the score is in credits. And yeah, we got like 50 credits.
What's the, is it like, there's like a maximum amount of credits or like,
There's a max, but we were very, very low.
oh, do you know what the max is?
I could probably look it up. But all I know is we could have gotten a lot, but we did not. Because because Axel was not good and I wasn't good. So, yeah, that was fun. And it does not say. That makes me sad. The wait time for the Millennium Falcon ride jumped to 3 hours.
Ugh. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a little typical for a new ride at Disney. When we went to Disney World like years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and they had just unveiled the Snow White ride. And like no one in my family, we're not like big Snow White fans or whatever. We're just like we don't hate the movie. It's just not
Right.
like it's Snow White. Like it's fine. But we were like, well, it's a new ride. It's not like we're gonna be back here anytime soon. Let's just get on. And the wait was like 2.5 hours. So actually, 3 hours isn't
Yeah.
unexpected.
Yeah, but that was I'm glad we done it. We done it. We did it. Before that whole 3 hour line. We waited 5 minutes. That was fine. um so yeah, that was cool. And I wanted so bad to see the lost cat. They were like, okay, we can get you to see the marketplace really quickly, maybe if it's open. So we went, and then everything was closed and like shut
Aw.
down. And then my dad's like, yeah, the lost cat's in one of those rooms. I'm like, dang it, fine. Um, so yeah, that was cool. We built a lightsaber, but I think you should go to bed.
What? Oh, it's 11:30. Oh yeah. Look at that.
No, I can save the rest for next time.
All right. Yeah. I mean, we'll need stuff to talk about. So, real
Yeah.
quick before I forget, I was looking at Star Wars news to be like, what are we gonna talk about? And I found this
Yes.
one article, and it was like, it's not a big thing, but it's like, oh, in Japan, the Rise of Skywalker title actually translates more to Dawn of Skywalker. So that's cool. That's all I wanted to say. I just think it's cool. And people are like speculating on what it means. It's like, dude, it's just a translation. It's okay. It's okay. You
It's
know?
not to life. Calm down.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, in the context they're talking about, Dawn and Rise aren't really that different in this context. Like in any context, it's not like literal.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
it's okay.
yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Yeah, this was. It's been a while, but we got it done.
Yep.
It was like. It was so hard to schedule this, but we did it. We finally did it.
Done
Cause there was
it.
like a solid point where I was like, "Hey, I'm free to podcast now until like Friday," and you're like, "Oh well, until Friday I can't podcast." I'm like, "Well, after Friday I can't podcast again until Thursday." It was like,
Yeah, my grandma had come over from Texas and she wanted to walk around everywhere. I was like, exercise. This is fun.
I stayed at a friend's place for like 3 days in West Virginia, which was really cool. We went to a little con. It was cool, and then I had a college orientation where I stay overnight. It was nice. Walked around campus for myself because I woke up at 4:30 in the morning of day 2, and
Mhm.
I was like, I can't just lay in bed for 3 hours until everyone else gets up. So I just got up and just walked around the city a little bit. It was nice. Yeah,
Independence is good.
yeah.
Something
So,
I lack.
so yeah, if you guys ever come to Philly, I'll show you guys around once I learn my way around because I'm still using Google Maps right now. But living there a little bit should help me.
Yeah.
But yeah, stop by Philly. I'll show you all the cool
Can we
places that I'll learn about.
Philly steak? Is that what it is?
Philly cheesesteak, yeah.
It's-
And you
we
know
sh-
what? I saw a food truck that had a vegan Philly cheesesteak, so I'm gonna be like all up on there because I've never had a Philly cheesesteak, even though I've been to Philly like 100 times.
yeah. I was very sad. We went to Blaze Pizza the other day and I I guess I didn't know my dad was gonna order for me, so I was like, oh, I'll just get the meat lovers pizza. He was like, okay, cool. And then I was gonna say, hey, I would like vegan cheese, and they dumped a bunch of mozzarella. I was like, oh, that's fine. That's cool.
Their vegan cheese is good at Blaze Pizza.
It
That's a
really
good
is.
place. We don't have any around here.
Mm.
It's sad.
And lo siento.
Have you tried their spicy red sauce though?
I have not.
It's so good. One time I got spicy red sauce and then I got buffalo sauce on top of my pizza after that. It was amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. So, we're
I will
not
try that.
sponsored by Blaze Pizza.
No, you though.
But
Pizza.
if Blaze Pizza wants to sponsor us, I'll take it.
I'll take the vegan cheese. I'll put it on everything.
I'm pretty sure their vegan cheese is Dia vegan cheese. You can get it in grocery stores.
Is it expensive though?
I think it's a little more than regular cheese, but it's not like $10 a bag or something crazy like that. Because there's definitely vegan stuff where it's like, I can't afford this with any monies.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty good.
That's how you keep the rich people healthy and the poor people not healthy.
I know.
Te-
Let's see if I can look up how much diet cheese is. It depends on the store too.
Yeah. Aldi has 49-cent eggs.
Okay, well, online you can get diet cheese for $67 a bag. That is not how much is in grocery stores. Do not buy your cheese online. Oh my god, don't buy it. Don't buy a bag of vegan cheese for $67. At that point, just take the cholesterol.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not ridiculously expensive. But I think it's a little more than regular cheese. Anyway.
You should head to bed.
Yeah. It's 11:33 p.m. Saturday. I don't have anything to do tomorrow. It's fine. But yeah. So another thing I want to say is my father.
Father.
Yes, my father with his podcast, the Karita Cast, which is as good as we are with consistently recording.
Oh. Sound good.
But they also try to do a once a month thing, so I guess that maybe it's just it feels different. I don't know. But he has been doing Star Wars Shakespeare books. He's been doing readings of those with a whole bunch of people, and everyone plays a different part, and they read it and they do the different voices and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they post it. And I don't think the first one's posted yet. They just did Act 1. They're going to record Act 2 next Wednesday, I think, and then it'll be posted whenever. But yeah, that's something to look out for. Because it was a lot of fun to record. I was a Jawa. Of course. Actually, I was 2 Jawas. But it's fine. So yeah, hey Lizzy, if anyone in your family wants to join in on the fun, you're more than welcome to.
Dad's a voice person. I just do Saber Guild shows sometimes where the girl Padawan sometimes doesn't sound like a girl Padawan, but that's okay. Mappa's still done.
Yeah, I'm sure my dad has parts for your father to do. And actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not. I don't know if it ruins the magic. I think it's fine. But in Act 1, they had my dad had the same person doing Uncle Owen and C-3PO. Ooh. And so we were all, he was, most everyone did on a Skype call, but he came over to our house and was recording. And when I was doing my Jawa parts, I was watching him and he was doing the scene where Uncle Owen and 3PO were talking back and forth. And he was switching so seamlessly between the voices. It was so great. So yeah, it was a fun time. So, yeah. That's that.
Cool.
And I think that's everything. I'm being told to go to bed, so Guess
Yeah.
I'll do that.
You must.
I must. So I was Zoe.
I was Lizzy.
Star
Thank you for listening to Star Wars
Wars
Geek
Geek
Girls. May the force be with you, and goodbye.
Girls. They're
Bye.
geek girls that like Star Wars.